All right, let's come back to South Africa now and go to the Eastern Cape, where the Hawks have arrested 10 service providers from the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal in connection with a fraud investigation linked to SASSA Imbizos. It's alleged that in 2014, the Department of Social Development conducted Imbizos to educate the public on the services that SASSA offers. Local service providers were invited to render services such as transportation, hiring of tents and catering. Suspicious activity around these services were noted and an investigation followed. The suspects are currently appearing in court. SABC News reporter Abongile Jantjies is there. A very good afternoon, Abongile. What else do we know about this story?
Well, Nzinga, as we speak now, the court has just adjourned. They received bail with between 2,000 to 3,500 rand. They'll be back here at the East London Magistrates Court on the 25th of January. Well, the suspects, there are two who are still at large, and the Hawks are saying they're closing in on them. With me, I do have the Provincial Hawks spokesperson, Yoli Samkolotela. Captain, once again, we're here. What do you make of the court proceedings today?
Yes, we're happy with the court proceedings. Yes, so we know we're talking about a big sum of money, that is 12 million rands. Like when you compare the amount that they are bailed with, it doesn't really tally. But considering the situation, you remember in the morning I said those people were just put in the forefront. They were not the benefactors in the project.
You said phase 2 will see more senior people, particularly from government, being arrested.
Yes.
How are your investigations going in that regard, with regards to this matter?
I would say we are at the last leg of investigation. Arrests are imminent anytime.
Okay, can we expect this sum of money, this 12 million, to be more, or is it just this 12 million rand that's in question with regards to this case?
This 12 million rands is only applicable in the Eastern Cape. You remember we said this was a nationwide project. So all in total, we are investigating 600 million rands.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Abu.
Well, Nzinga, that was Captain Yoli Samkolotela of the Hawks here in the Eastern Cape. The NPA says it's ready for trial, and to get more on that, I'm joined by the regional spokesperson of the NPA, Annalisa Ngagani. Ma'am, the prosecutor was quite confident, saying that they are ready for trial. Kindly elaborate on that.
Well, for the Eastern Cape leg of the investigation, we are ready for trial, but as my colleague had alluded, more people will be arrested for this case. But we're focusing on the Eastern Cape matter, and we are ready for trial. Our investigation is complete. We're waiting for the defense to advise a way forward, but on our side, we're ready to proceed with our case for trial.
In terms of them being punished, what are you looking at as the NPA? I know it's still quite early stages, but what are you looking at in terms of punishment?
It could be direct imprisonment. We're pushing for direct imprisonment and for quite a long-term sentence, anything even to 15 years. But we're going to be, of course, fighting and arguing our case. And hopefully we will be able to secure quite a hefty sentence. But the charges at the moment are fraud and money laundering, and these are company directors. Government officials and senior officials still need to be arrested. But for this leg, we're quite ready with our investigation, and of course we're going to be pushing for quite a hefty sentence. We want a message to go out to the public that there's no room for fraud and corruption, even if people are not government employees. But if they collude with government employees, then they've committed a crime. They've committed fraud, they've committed money laundering, and those are offenses which must be punishable, even with direct imprisonment.
Lastly, on a different matter, I understand that next week the case against Nigerian pastor Timothy Omotoso is back in court. What can we expect in that regard?
It will be a judgment on the application for mistrial that the defense has put forward. It's going to be judgment tomorrow. All the arguments have been done. The parties have closed their cases. So we will see what kind of judgment the judge will hand down tomorrow at the Port Elizabeth High Court.
I thank you so much for your time. Well, Nzinga, there you have it from Annalisa Ngakani, the NPA regional spokesperson, saying that they are ready for trial with regards to this matter. Nzinga?
Abongile Jantjies giving us an update there. I'm sure he'll be back later on.